Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone from different parts of the world. My name is Nidhi Sharma. I am a digital business mentor. मैं इस business में from कुछ last few months से I have joined this business. Let me introduce myself first. I am staying in Shanghai with my family from last 12 years. By profession, I'm an educator, and yeah, I have decided to switch my career from education to online because of many reasons, which we are going to discuss with my co-business mentor just in few minutes. So let me invite Invir, who is going to introduce herself, and I'm sure that you would find it very useful. And yes, let's go ahead and let me invite Invir to my page. Hello, Invir.
Hi Nidhi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, so why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Invir. I actually live in Toronto, Canada, and I was a project manager, and now I'm a happy business owner.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice to know that you're a happy business owner. So you were, can you uh, extend your introduction, like why did you switch, or are you doing two jobs parallelly? Like what was your mindset before joining this business? Because you are very
Yeah,
young as compared to us, so you belong to young generation, right? Yeah.
yeah. So the reason why I joined this business was actually because I was looking for a second source of like income. I also wanted to do something of my own. Like I always had that passion. Like that was always in my mind that I wanted to do something of my own. I didn't want to like keep working for someone for the rest of my life. I wanted to create something of my own, you know?
Yeah.
And another reason was also because I actually got laid off. And
Okay.
that was like a really big disappointment for me as well because obviously I worked hard to get to where I was. And that really put in my mind that actually motivated me even more to like pursue
Mhm.
something of my own, right? And one day like I was just watching like YouTube videos and then I just came across an ad and I was like, I don't know if like should I go for this? Like what if it's a scam?
Mhm.
And then I was like, okay, I still want to see like what this is. It was really intriguing and like it was in my mind like I want to explore this more. And then when I did my research, like I found out about like the flexibility that this business offers and that
Mhm.
was the same flexibility that I was looking for. And so here I am.
Mhm. Yeah. So, as you said, there are a few very important points which you mentioned here. First is
Yeah.
that you wanted to do something of your own, right?
Yeah.
So, what I feel the difference between your generation and our generation is that when we were of your age, we were not so, keen on doing something on our own. We always looked for
Yeah.
a job. But now the mindset has changed. I can see everyone wants to do things of their own, but
Mhm.
it's not so easy. Thinking and doing are two different things. So I want you
Yeah.
to reflect on this, like when you want to do something of your own, how this business helps us to take that courage,
Mhm.
that yes, this is the business where you can do something of your own. So do you want to add on something on this
Yeah,
point?
I feel like there's like a lot of potential like online. Before like everyone is always skeptical and like it's obviously like the reason people are skeptical is because there's a lot of scams that are going online, right? But this business is like 100% legitimate. It's legal, it's registered. Even if you do your research on your own, like you'll find out that it's like running successfully in
Yeah.
25 different countries, right? So
Yeah.
I think that we should always like give it a chance. Like if you know like you want to do this, then why not go for it? Why not explore it further, right? We always have that like what's that called, like fear in ourselves, like what if like something wrong happens. But I think it's also like a mindset, like what if something right happens.
Mm-hmm. So I want to add one more thing. Like when we say that we want to do something of our own, this business gives
Yeah.
us a lot of a push because it gives us a lot of back end support in terms
Hmm.
of it does a lot of work for us. The
Yeah.
and what we call I'm not getting that word. So we have to just take our phone. The major heavy lifting is done by the business at the back end, by
Yeah.
the technical team, and we have trainings and all. What we have to do, we have to just decide in our mind. We have to take our phone, we have to take our laptop, and we have to start working, right? So
Yeah.
that's the best part of this business, that it really facilitates you to start doing something on your own. Then
Hmm.
second point is, you said you were laid off, and in
Yeah.
this situation, like uh, many people have this fear
Yeah.
that they might get laid off. So that is also one reason of joining this business, or they are already laid off.
Hmm. Yeah.
So this business is giving us that plan B security, right?
Yeah.
So that is one reason that I think more than 80% people are joining this business because they want to have that plan B financial security, right?
Yeah.
And
'Cause, like,
yeah, do you want to add something to this?
yeah, I was just saying, like, like when something like this happens, all of your experiences like teach you something. And what I learned from this was that like you can't rely on one source of income, right? Because if tomorrow, if you don't have a job, then what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? So it's always important to have multiple streams of income. And
Mm-hmm.
this business like gives you that flexibility, so you're not stuck to it like for a particular time. You can do it according to your schedule, so that's why it's convenient even if you're doing another job to do this like on the side.
Right. So when you were searching, and were you really finding something online when you came across this business, or it just happened
Mhm.
incidentally with you? And even if in both the conditions, what you said, it was very intriguing. And for
Yeah.
me also, I found it very intriguing. So what were those things that attracted you? And what were those things that made you decide you want to go into this business? Because initially everyone thinks that it might be a scam, right? Even
Yeah.
we thought. So, what were those things? Please tell us in detail.
Yeah, so like I said, like I always wanted to do something of my own, right? So that thing, that part I was like certain of. But then I used to get the thought in my mind, like, okay, even if I want to do something of my own, right? Then if you do your own business, then mostly what happens to people is like you're working 7 days a week. You're stuck to that business, right? So you still don't have that like time freedom for yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
that was like a thing that was intriguing to me, that this business gives you so much time freedom, that you have like time for yourself, your family, your friends, and to do things for
Mm-hmm.
yourself, right?
Yeah.
When you're doing this business, everything is online, it's automated. So it's just like you just have to give like 2 to 3 hours a day, like whenever you can give that time. So there's no
Mm-hmm.
particular time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are right, but I want to, clarify one thing is that this business requires effort. If we say
Yeah.
that there is a flexibility and all, but it's very
Mhm.
important that we have to put efforts, we have to put time, and we have to invest in this business in terms of time, efforts, and also now I want to come on investment. Now, when people reach out to me, they have two important questions, so we'll take it one by one. Is there any investment involved in this business?
Yes, so there is like an investment involved, but like any business that you join, there's always going to be a product involved. So yes.
Product or services?
Yeah.
Right? So that's why we tell everyone to register for the webinar, because it tells everything in detail. And I just want to also let my audience know that registering doesn't mean that anybody is going to force you to join the business. It's a free webinar, 90 minutes webinar, which is going to give you all the information that you are looking for and will help you to decide. So there is no harm if you go and register on the website and see the webinar and then take your decision. So don't get hesitant and don't be कि नहीं नहीं अगर हमने join हमने कर दिया तो फिर हमको we'll be in the loop
Yeah.
हमारे पीछे we'll start nudging. No, you can anytime unsubscribe from the email chain. So if you want to know, if you're interested, if you find it that there is some potential, I would say there is a potential. So please
Yeah.
do register on the website. Now, second question is that also people are, of course, this is very normal for everyone to think that when do we start earning? How much do we earn? So when people reach out to me, this is the second question from them. So what do you think? What should we explain them?
So definitely there is like a lot of earning potential, but it depends on how much time you're giving to your business. Like any other business, right? The time and energy, the hard work that you put into this business is like going to be your investment or your return.
Yeah, so that's what you're right, Invir. This business एक चीज तो श्योर है कि आपकी
Yeah.
earning sooner or later होनी है. Like any business, if you open a shop, आपकी shop में your shop कभी आपको 3 months, sometimes it takes 6 months, sometimes it takes you 1 year, but आपकी
Yeah.
shop का return आना शुरू होता ही है. Also, there are many factors involved in the earning. First of all, how much you are putting, how much you are trying to understand, how much your efforts you are putting. आप अपनी तरफ से कितना उस बारे में सोच के कितना effort डाल रहे हो, and how
Yeah.
much you are coming out of your comfort zone, because coming on social media is not everyone's comfort. But in this
Mhm.
business we need to come and create our own brand and talk to people and let them know that we are into this business. So you have to, so you gain confidence through that, you gain
Yeah.
communication skills through that. Also here I want to mention that aap zaruri nahi hai bilkul. The best part of this business is ki there are so many people who are doing this business in their own language. Like I see Invir, uh, even if she's so fluent with English, she's doing this business in Punjabi as well. And
Yeah.
so many business owners, they are doing in their own languages. Like Philippines, people from Philippines, they are doing in their native language. So that is the best part, and that's how they achieve success. So language is not a barrier. So agar koi ye soch raha hai ki no no you have to do it in English, no, not at all. In fact, you should not do it in the language where you are not comfortable. So, and there are a lot of trainings. Like it's been few months for Invir and me to join this business, and we are enjoying the process. And there are a lot of trainings involved. And when we go through that training, each day we think that we are learning, we are growing.
Yeah.
So we are working on ourselves. So that's a very great feeling. Like it doesn't feel like we are just, every day we are not doing work on ourselves. We are working on ourselves. So
Yeah.
we are learning every day. So this business gives us a lot of things. आपको थोड़ा सा time लगाना है, energy लगानी है. Of course, there's money involved, but the money options, there are a lot of options. Like how much do you want to invest, and there are a lot of. Can you also tell our audience like हमारे पास क्या options हैं? Finance, they can take help from the finance institutes if they want to, because can you
Yeah, so like we said, there is a product involved, but to get that product, there's a lot of like financing options. So it's not like something that you have to pay like upfront right away. No, like if you like obviously there is that flexibility. There is that like
yeah.
financing.
Yeah. So we just want to make sure that if there is a will, there is a way. And
Yeah.
also, Invir, also I want to know that when we go through something, like when I was
Mhm.
going through this ad, I found it very interesting, intriguing, and I wanted to explore. But sometimes it gets very difficult to convince our family members, because they
Mhm.
are listening through us. So they would
Yeah.
have this feeling of scam, and they might not get convinced, especially the spouses. For
Mhm.
me, maybe it's difficult to tell my spouse, no, it's not a scam. So did you find this challenge, did you face this challenge with your parents? And then
Mhm.
What do you think?
Like for me, actually, like when I told my parents, they were very supportive. So that was
Yeah,
like
parents
a
are more supportive
good
than,
point for me. Yeah. So
Yeah.
when when I told them, they were supportive, but they were a bit like, okay, just be careful. Like, if this is something you want to do, like we're with you. Just make sure you do your research. And yeah, so
Yes.
when I did my research, I learned more about this opportunity, and that's when I found out, okay, like it is legitimate, it is legal, and this is
Yeah.
something I want to try out.
So now how should we do our research? I've also done my research. So can we just talk about what kind of research we should do, and
Mhm.
can we yeah, for the audience, like let them know what we need to do. First is research through the
Yeah.
recordings and webinars which is provided by us. What
Mhm.
next? What else can
Yeah,
we do?
so like the first step, like you said, is the webinars. And after you are done watching the webinars, you would speak with your coach or your mentor, and then they would include you in the group, the Facebook group, and that is
Yes.
where you get to meet the rest of the community and find out their stories, why they joined, and all the members in the team you'll see joining from different parts of the world.
Yeah.
And then also you get like more information, like the company, the website, and everything. So that's somewhere that you can find out about more about this company if you're curious.
Yeah, so when I joined that Facebook group, I was really surprised that, oh my God, people are earning so much, and there
Yeah,
are so many successful business owners. So that made me decide that no, this business is something great. I mean,
yeah,
there is a huge earning potential, and
yeah.
then
And
yeah,
it actually made me more confident. Like after
of
seeing more
course,
people, I
yes.
was like, okay, this is definitely legitimate. It's
This,
actually
yeah.
working.
Yeah, and it was not like everyone had different journey. Everyone had, like some of them have started earning maybe after 3 months, some of them
Yeah,
6 months, maybe some of them after a year. But they all were fine with that because ultimately they got what they wanted. So
yeah,
that was one thing. Then we have covered this thing. Yeah. So how do we help? Like if somebody reaches out to you or to
mhm.
me, how do we help them? Let's make it clear to everyone.
Yeah, so like if someone is interested in the business, obviously the first step is to register on the website, right? And after you register on the website, you're going to be given a free webinar, and that webinar explains like what this business is all about. And then after that, if you have any questions, like you can reach out to us by email, or if you're like
WhatsApp,
still a little
email,
bit
yeah.
skeptical, yeah, then you can reach out, and we can even provide you like our contact information where we can get on a call with you and discuss further.
Yeah. And if further
And
you
then,
join the business, we are your we are your mentors. Like every step, we are going to guide you, like how to go further. So,
yeah,
though there are trainings, though there are webinars, though there are weekly fundamental, core fundamental, masterminds, but still we are always there with you in your journey. So whenever you are facing any technical issue or anything, so we are always there to guide you and mentor you. So that's our job. We, like,
yeah,
I have left education in school, but I have not left educating people. So that's what I learned, because once an educator is always an educator.
yeah,
So that's the thing, that's our job, and we'll also help you to set up your business. There are a lot of things
yeah,
involved in that, so we'll facilitate you. And but we are not going to nudge you. We will do this once you decide to be in this business, and we'll
yeah.
help you to sort out your doubts, right? uh,
Mhm.
then now let's also summarize step by step, like kya karna hai. First, what you need to do. Suppose somebody who's watching is interested today, so what should we do? First step, second step, third step, fourth step. Let's do it.
Yeah, so the first step is to register on the website. And then once you're registered on the website, you're going to get the link sent to your email with the webinar. So then you're going to watch the webinar. That's the third step. and then that webinar will explain like what this business is about, and it will go into detail. And then
Yeah.
if you, after watching the webinar, you decide, okay, this is something that I want to do, and then the your coach or your mentor, they will make you join the Facebook group, and that's where you get like more insight into the business, like the community, like I mentioned, so everyone that joined the business, and more information like what they're doing and how much they're earning, and like their
Hmm.
why they joined the business. And then
Yeah.
after that, if you decide like, okay, this business is for me and I want to explore this further, then you do a coaching call where you sit down with your coach and they explain the process further. And then once you pay your a dollar 149 USD, which is a one-time fee, and it's refundable if you don't want to, let's say,
In
anything
30 days,
extra.
it's a trial
Yeah,
period, right? It's a
yeah,
trial period. 149 you are paying for trial period where you will
yeah,
get to talk with coach, a person
yeah.
who's step ahead from us.
Yeah, so if you decide you don't want to go further, then that money will be refunded back to you in full. And
Yes.
if you do decide to go further, then you're given access to the training site where you have access to everything, all the platforms, and they tell you how to set up and how to, they give you tips and tricks on how to post on those different platforms.
Yes. So basically, we are, making a brand. We are doing digital marketing, and then
Yeah,
people they like the way we join the business. Other people join this business, and this business is running in 27 countries globally, and there are more than 200,000 K members in this business. This business is not a scam. Because if it's a scam, we would not be sitting here. It's a legitimate business. It's a taxable business, and then there's a lot of learning involved. There's a lot of confidence building. There's a lot of leadership qualities we get. There's a lot of communication skills we get, and then there's a lot of teamwork we get, and there's a lot of earning we get. I have seen some people, I mean, I find it unbelievable still that they have uh, purchased houses and cars, and
yeah,
they are in worldwide, they are traveling, they are able to achieve their dreams, they've got financial freedom, and they have taken early retirement. I can't mention how many things, I just get surprised, but I'm sure they
yeah,
have put in a lot of efforts. They have put in a lot of they had a lot of faith in this business, and then they have achieved what they wanted.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Invir, what are your plans like with this business? Are you going to be in this business, or are you going to have a parallel source of income? Because I know right now you are in this business,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. So yeah, I do want to stay in this business. I want to like explore it further. I want to grow in this business. So
Yeah.
this is definitely something that I am going to stick around with, but I also want to do something of my own as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but this is a good like what's that called? A second source of income stream. It's a good way to do that. But then
Mm-hmm.
also like I'm looking at other people like where you like you mentioned like they're retiring early, right? So it definitely has that potential, and but in the meantime I do want to have like a side career.
Yeah, so that's your decision. But I've seen that some people who were into this business, who joined it as a side hustle, later
Yeah.
when they started, when they became successful, they left their main job and they are into
Yeah.
this job, for full time. So that's so interesting. Also, I want we should also mention about, is there any age limit? Like, oh no, now we are above 40. Now we cannot. It's too late.
Mm.
So, is there any age limit?
Yeah, so there is actually no age limit involved because we have some like young members, and then we also have like much older members as well. So there is no age limit involved.
Yeah, because I have seen like as young as Invir and younger than her, to people who are 60 plus 60, and they want to join this business because they find it very meaningful. It
Yeah.
keeps them busy, and they want to set an example for their grandchildren. for their family. So there are people have different whys to join this business, and they are really happy. Having said that, I think we have nicely covered all the topics for this business, and that would have made our audience understand the core value, the insights of this business, which is needed. And I would like to say thank you, Invir, for coming and talking to us. So, yeah, I hope our audience have found it really useful. Thank you so much, Invir.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, so we are going to write our website below this. So if anybody wants to join and to watch the free webinar, they can do that. Thank you, Inve, thank you everyone. Bye bye. Have
Bye.
a nice day.
You too.